What makes one part of a day more memorable than another? As we go about our lives, we're bombarded by images, sounds, and information. So why do some things draw our attention and stick in our minds while others slip through the net and become lost in the abyss? As we process and store memories, the neurons in our brain transmit messages to each other via tiny electrical currents.
Technology that can measure these electrical signals could offer us incredible insights into how the brain encodes and processes memories.
I'm meeting DCU researcher Aaron Dwan to shed some light on the finer workings of my own brain.
We have two sensors that we're going to get you to wear today. The first one is simple enough. It's just a wearable camera that we're going to get to put around your neck. It's going to capture about 3 or 4 images a minute of whatever you're looking at a time.
So you will see what I see?
Yes, pretty much. We're going to be watching the entire time, so be careful what you're looking at. The second thing we have here is our electroencephalogram, or EEG. Now, you might be thinking of an EEG as one of those caps you put on your head.
I was going to say that, yeah.
And it plugs into a computer, lots of wires, and you'd be correct. So this is a more kind of portable EEG, which will make your life a little bit easier. So we just pop that on your head.
Okay.
And there's 5 sensors all along that there. Just make sure it's good and snug.
So these are my gamma, beta, alpha waves?
Yes, these are your electrical signals that are currently firing all over your brain and being picked up by these sensors. And we're going to see if we can correlate these waves with what you're looking at any given time throughout your day and see if they're representative of your ability to remember that micro event in your day.
That's amazing. So that's me thinking right now.
Yeah.
Looking super cool in my Star Trek head visor and camera, I'm taking to the streets of Dublin to make some memories.
They're gorgeous. Can I get in the car?
A few days after my field trip, I've come to DCU, where Professor Alan Smeaton has been analysing my data. Let's see how much I can actually recall.
So you wore the EEG kit for a few hours. You also had a wearable camera, which you had front-facing, and that's taken thousands of pictures of that 2-hour period.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to show them to you, because when I do, then it will trigger your memory. But I'm going to step through them, and I'm going to see how many things you remember.
Okay.
So you went in for a coffee.
Yes. Well, I always buy a white Americano. I'm very fussy about the coffee that I have.
Okay.
It's how coffee should be drunk, but I don't drink it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Is it a shop that you've gone to previously?
No.
Right. You remember anything about the decor? Do you remember anything about a bicycle on the wall?
Oh, they have a yellow bicycle with a carry thing at the back on the rear right wall as I was facing.
Right, okay. Then you strolled out towards the top of Grafton Street for a good while. What was going on there?
There was a band playing.
Right.
There's a guy playing a box, and then there was a fiddle player.
Yeah.
And there was a great drummer who was smoking a cigarette.
Was it good?
It was very good, yeah.
Right, okay. Then you came across the flower sellers.
Yes. Her name was Bridie.
Right.
She had a short blonde hair, very friendly. I think she was wearing an apron, but I don't know if I'm projecting that, because I think sometimes they wear aprons.
That's good. Okay, so what we've done is we've taken the data from the device that you were wearing,
Yep.
and we've plotted it as a series of graphs here, and the different colours correspond to different frequencies. Okay. When you went in to buy coffee, remember the ornamentation that was in the shop. You remembered there being a bicycle, but you had it as an old style bicycle.
Yeah, I thought it was like a
carrier
yellow
bag.
one with a...
No, it's a road racer.
Huh.
And that corresponds with, look, you're flatlining during that period. So that's one of the things that you were basically switched off during that period. You remember going to the top of Stephen's Green and listening to the music. You seem to have very good recall of who was there, but it just so happens that when they were actually playing, you were almost flatlining. It probably is that you were enjoying the music so much you were concentrating on the moment and not remembering the moment.
Oh, okay.
You then went for a walk further down Grafton Street and you remembered buying flowers from this lovely lady.
Yeah.
And again, it's pretty good. I mean, you're reasonably active mentally, although, a little bit of a dip, and that might explain why some of the things were less important and you didn't remember them.
Is it really that? That sounds like a a big statement to say that this dips here. Are we making big extrapolations here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's very difficult to prove this in the wild, because this is an approximation of neural activity. It's not a very detailed. It's just like listening to the traffic in your brain rather than pinpointing the activities that are going on.
Data gathering is crucial to understanding how we encode and retain memories. Alan's hope is that in the future, this research will help people with learning and memory-related conditions.
So I have now contributed to the body of science, Alan. I've pushed you one step closer to that Nobel Prize.
Just a little notch, yeah.